So before the season started, I said a, a good season for Colorado is winning the games you're supposed to win, and so far they're doing that. Right? You're not. No one expected Deion to beat Oregon. No one expected Deion to beat Deion. Colorado to beat Oregon. No one expected Colorado to beat USC. But you do expect them to win the games you're supposed to win. Um, and I think that's the theme that they had to go. How convincing? It's going to be difficult because I told you Colorado kind of is dealing with the same thing Alabama deals with, where you're going to get everybody's best punch, right? No matter who it is, you're getting everybody's best punch. No one's excited about Arkansas coming into your stadium. No one's excited about Arizona coming into play, right? But when Colorado comes and it's Deion and it's Shador, it's the news crew, it's all these different aspects that are coming in. You want to go and shine because you know it's going to be something that's widely publicized. Everyone wants to beat Colorado. So when the games you're supposed to win, that's a common thing. Them handling Arizona State is a big. It's part of that. It's part of that task. I thought that the continuing theme that we're seeing is Travis Hunter. It does make a big difference. We talk about are we the best player in the nation, not having him. I have to look up and see when Travis Hunter actually is able to come back, because they mentioned that around I think next week he may be able to come back. So, um, but like I said, it's going to be some time. He didn't play today. Don't expect him to play today. Didn't expect him to play today. They said 3 weeks, so he'll probably be back next week. But I said Colorado win the game you're supposed to win. Arizona State game is a game you're supposed to win. That's a big crowd you're playing against. You know, uh, you know, the stadium was at full capacity. Pac-12 game, conference game, Pac-12 games, according to the Pac-12, aren't that tough. Are always going to be tough because you're playing as interconference games. But what do I like to see? I like the fact that Shador was poised in the pocket for the most part. He wasn't as accurate as he typically seen him, but we saw him do the things he needed to do to get things done. I don't like the fact that he's having 5 sack nights, against the quarterback that much. Um, the defense for Arizona State was motivated to play against Arizona State, I mean against Colorado. But once again, you saw receiving by committee. You saw receiving by committee. You saw the running backs. Them staying true to the running back. And even though I think the old coordinator last game pretty much blew the game against USC, I do like the fact that he did stay true to the run. Right, you carry the ball 30 times. That's important. Keeping a defense honest is important. You know, um, no one really expected Colorado to be 4-2. All right, this is 4-2, and now the next game you play is Stanford, who pretty much you know, can't beat anybody. But the consistent loyalty to the run, Anthony Hankerson, Dylan Edwards, making sure those guys are getting carries. Um, but as a receiver, once again, receiver by committee because your main weapon is gone. We didn't see a Mario Miller break out like we normally did. I think that he may be on kind of on the same rotation he was. He got the opportunity. He played well. He wasn't needed as much this game. Harrison definitely stepped up, and of course, Javon Antonio, another big target for who was pretty much non-existent in the USC game. Big target for Shador, but that's what you want to see. Running game. You're not looking at big hog mollies. You're not looking at big push from the Pac-12. Offensive line when it comes to running the ball. But being able to stop a team, who only had 2 yards of carry, for 57 yards is good. Um, Elijah Badger was a dog out there as well too. So, but what do I like to see? I like to see Colorado win the game they're supposed to win. Not in this fashion though. I can't say that. What I mean by that is this: win the games. If you want to be looked at, if Colorado wants to be looked at as one of the premier top teams, right? Premier top teams, you have to convincingly win the games you're supposed to win, and that's a lot to the college football playoff committee. Did this team decisively beat this team and left no doubt that they were the best team? Because if you don't do that, then it's question in the air of how can we move them up in the rankings. Colorado really hasn't been ranked, since that loss to Oregon. Um, And do they slip into the rankings now? We'll see. Right? You beat a team you're supposed to beat, but you didn't do it convincingly. You beat them on a last-second field goal. You were losing at halftime. Arizona State's the scum of the Pac-12, and then your next game against is the second piece of scum in the Pac-12, which is Stanford. Colorado, if they want to continue to do this, win the game you're supposed to win. Shador Sanders, I think he's playing exceptional. I think that he has really put himself on the map as a top quarterback in college football, and we're seeing it week in and week out. Even if he doesn't have the crazy gaudy numbers that we like, I say gaudy numbers that we like him to have. But as a decision maker, as a passer, when it comes to arm strength, when it comes to managing the field, I think these are the things we're looking for. I would like to see him getting sacked a little bit less, get the ball out quicker. He works with Tom Brady, and that'd be great for him to kind of work out. Hey, how do I not get sacked, right? If you have to throw a ball in the dirt because it's not there, and you feel the pressure coming, get rid of it. You can't always create. But good win for Colorado. If they want to continue to be successful, win the game you're supposed to win. In the season, if you beat Stanford, right, UCLA is gonna be a tough one. But Arizona, right now for the rest of the season, you're gonna have at least 3 to 4 ranked opponents. It's a Pac-12, but all winnable games. And if Colorado finishes above 500, I think that's a win for Colorado. No one's expecting to come in and win 8 to 10 games. If they do, that's great. But it's a long shot and there's a lot of football to be played left. So I think the main focus is win the games you're supposed to win, and then you can look at it as a credible team in college football.